What is going on, guys? Mike here with Chit Chat Gaming. So this past Thursday was the 2021 Video Game Awards, and much like the other past couple years, I had the opportunity to be an official co-streamer of the Video Game Awards. This year we even got little badges as well too, so they didn't really do a whole lot, but it was a nice little free souvenir that Jeff Keighley and the crew sent out to everybody here that was an official co-streamer. Now, I've been watching the Video Game Awards for quite some time now. I've always enjoyed them. I've always thought they're really cool, especially back in the day. 2015, when I first kind of discovered the band Chvrches, and I've been a huge fan of Chvrches ever since then. I've always thought it was a great opportunity and a great way to celebrate video games. Now, over the past years, a lot has changed. And I just want to kind of talk about right now here today. There's a lot of people who are crapping all over the Video Game Awards this past year, and honestly, I can't blame them. It was definitely a mess. When I say a mess, I just mean in more ways than one here. It wasn't like it was a horrible disaster, a lot of issues or anything. They've had those in the past where there's been some issues, but this year though, it just didn't really feel like a celebration of video games. Now, when I think about the Game Awards, I think about an award show. And a lot of people don't like award shows, and that's perfectly fine. But when I think about an award show, I think about it being a celebration, a way for everybody in the gaming industry, especially all these people who have nominations, who've been nominated for an award. They get to bring their crew, some family members as well too. They get to get together and they get to celebrate, what they have created, and possibly winning and taking home some awards as well too. And I just feel like this year it was definitely it was about everything but that. I'm okay with, like I said, performances here and there. I don't have a problem with that. And like I mentioned, I first discovered Chvrches back then. Now, I like performances when they're more geared toward being video game related. I love the whole idea of the Video Game Awards orchestra. I think that's cool as hell. Chvrches actually did do a song for Death Stranding a couple years ago here that involved the orchestra as well too. So, but this year they had Sting, they had Imagine Dragons, which is okay to have a couple bands, a couple performers, to be able to kind of break up the awards and everything as well too, and kind of add something to your live audience, which I felt bad for. I kept telling my chat this year when we were watching the awards, I was like, I feel bad for the audience because they were literally sitting in this theater for 3 hours. That's right, 3 hours. And we'll get to that, watching trailers, watching ads, and barely seeing anything to do with awards. Now, yes, they give away some awards, but I would say probably out of the 3 hours, maybe an hour was spent on awards. They would we're timing it too. Me and my buddy were timing it, where they would actually give away an award. We would not see another award at all, another presenter, another award for 30 minutes later, which I don't agree with. I think it's kind of goofy to do that. So this year though, Jeff Keighley, went ahead. And here's the problem too. So let's just get straight to the point here. Is that this thing is turned into what I think is a mini E3. The problem is that Jeff Keighley is always sitting there and touting about how he has these huge, big world premieres, these big reveals and such as well too. Which he ran a poll, I believe it was last year or something like that, or maybe a couple years ago, where he had asked the audience on Twitter, Twitter audience, what they wanted to see the most at the Video Game Awards, and 80-some%, it was 80 or 87%, I can't remember, of them chose world premieres and such. So you've already set the bar. You've already set the expectations of this to be basically a place where you're going to have reveals, world premieres, new trailers, etc. And people just don't care about the awards now. So you might as well not even call it the Video Game Awards anymore. You might as well just simply call it what it is. Like I said, it's E3 Lights. I mean, he runs Summerfest. This is pretty much what it is. This should be called Winterfest. I mean, to be 100% honest with you, take out the awards. I mean, it's cool to have, but you might as well just forget about it and just get rid of it. If you're not going to do a full award show, then just call this what it is. It's Winterfest. You have Summerfest and you have Winterfest. There's no problem with that. I think the audience, I think that the gaming industry itself, with the community and so forth, would actually be okay with that. But it's wrong. And the problem is that when you're calling it a game award show and you're not spending all your time, you're not fully giving your attention to all these great people in the industry, these developers and such, all these people who worked on these games and such, you're not giving them your full attention. You're basically spending the whole time showing ads, videos, trailers, world premieres, and everything else, which is fine. But again, though, when your whole show is nothing but that, there is a problem. And like I said, I felt so bad just watching the audience there. You had an audience full of game developers, of people in the gaming industry, because you did not open this up to the public this year. So you had everybody out there was literally somebody is involved in the gaming industry somehow, and they're all sitting there watching trailers, world premieres, and they're watching ads, which there's a crap load of ads this year, which I get it. You gotta pay for, right? You gotta pay the bills, right, Jeff? You gotta pay the bills. But god dang, man, I felt bad for those people just sitting there. They want to see their fellow, developers. They want to see people in their community, their fellow gamers and stuff like that, who are up there getting shown appreciation, who are getting awards. It's okay to have presenters, it's okay to have celebrity presenters, that's fine. But to bring in celebrity presenters to show off a new trailer for a movie, I don't know. I love the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. Thought it was awesome, but was this the right place to show it? Yeah, it could have been, but I don't know, man. There's just a lot going on that I didn't really care for this year, and I think that they really need to step it up. I think that if Jeff wants to make this thing grow, which it is, every year the Game Awards are getting bigger and bigger. If he wants to make this thing really grow, let's go back to the basics. Let's go back to the books. Let's go back to the award show. That way, you're going to separate everybody. You want people to be here for the awards, right? Jeff wants it all to be about the awards. He wants it to be an award show. You don't have that audience, man. With the audience that you have is you have the E3 audience. You have the Summerfest audience. You have those people who are expecting something, and when you don't deliver 100%, they're going to get pissed and they're going to shit on you like they have been doing on Twitter. So if I were you, man, I would say, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have some big reveals and stuff at the Game Awards, but we're going to spend and focus our time on the Game Awards. I promise you, people will still watch it. People like me, people in the gaming industry will still watch it, and they will appreciate it. Keep everything else. If you want to do all these big reveals, that's fine. Just have a winter fest then. Maybe have it in January or something like that. I don't even know. Just do something different. You have to separate the awards from everything else. That's just my personal, what I think anyways. It's just my opinion anyways, is what you definitely should do. So that's all I want to talk about here today, guys, is, I've been seeing a lot of people crap on it on Twitter, and I had to voice my opinion here on what I think, because I've been watching, like I said, the Video Game Awards for a long time, ever since Spike TV and such. And like I said, this is my third year co-streaming it, and it's, like I said, it's always something I really enjoyed. I always look forward to the Game Awards, but over the past couple years, and last year, I completely understood, because it was all digital, and of course everything in the world was going on. But this year you brought back an audience, not a public audience, but you brought back the industry audience, and you didn't deliver on the awards side. You just didn't do it. You spent too much time. You're too focused on world premieres, reveals, and everything else. And like I said, there was some pretty good reveals, don't get me wrong, but again though, the expectation bar was up to here for most of the people, 90% of the people that you attract. And that's the problem, because you delivered down about right here. So again, that's just my opinion, guys. Let me know down below what you guys think here about the Video Game Awards in general. I'd love to hear what you have to think, what you have to say. So make sure you guys like the video if you choose to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And of course, make sure you turn that bell notification to keep up to date with all things that is Chit Chat Gaming. And as always, guys, happy gaming.